Hi everyone. My name is Troy. For those who don't know me, I am a sophomore at the University of Maryland. So I graduated Friends in 2015, which is a long time ago. Um, so I'm going to be talking about why service is meaningful to me and how Friends helped shape that, and how I'm continuing to do service here at College Park. So the first question I'm going to be answering is, how is service a meaningful part of your experience at Friends School? And it taught me to be appreciative for what I have, and it helped me grow into a more selfless person. It also helped me realize that service doesn't necessarily have to be on such a grand scale. Like, you don't have to change the world, you can just impact one person's life, and that's still valid for service. So, one of my favorite things, which I'm gonna jump into the next question. That's actually the next question. So how has service continued to be a part of your life at college, and what type of service have you done since graduating? So, unfortunately, at school, I've been focusing more on my academics, so I haven't really done as much service as I would like. But something that I do consider to be kind of a service is I'm a tour guide, so sometimes we give tours to like high schools that are kind of underfunded and are in need of like more attention. So we give them tours, and to me, I feel like that's an example of service because we are assisting. Like I said, I don't think service necessarily has to be on such a large scale, but I there's the possibility that I am helping someone out who like needs it. So I consider that to be a service. But outside of that, I'm also trying, or not trying, but I also plan on taking part in a few of the community service opportunities that we have here in the upcoming months. Like, I know here we've had food drives, we've had a lot of the fraternities and sororities have held like fundraisers to raise money for their philanthropy events. So I know I've donated like a few dollars here and there to my friends' sororities, and even though that's not like a huge scale service, I still consider it to be I still consider it to be service. Um, what type of service did you do at Friends, and how did it shape your attitude towards service outside of the school? Well, for 2 years at Friends, I was part of a club called the William Penn Fellows. I hope it's still going on, but it was run by Mr. Paulson and Miss Smalljohn, and it honestly was one of my favorite groups to be a part of because for both years we would go to DC and we would help out. And I remember my junior year, we helped out this really sweet lady. Her name is Janie, and we listened to her talk about how service has impacted her, and it just kind of made me realize how big of a part like service plays in some people's lives. So it kind of was inspiring to listen to her talk and to just like hear her experience. And another highlight of that service trip was we went to this park, I think it was by the Anacostia River, and we planted trees. And I'm not the strongest person, so I didn't get to plant that many trees, but it was still like a nice opportunity because even though it wasn't like a direct like person to person service, you could still like tell that it was going to impact a greater community because the park was a little underkept, and by us being there to plant those trees and kind of like help clean up, it would provide like a safe space for people to go and hang out, and maybe for children to go play. So I thought that was really fun, even though it was bitter cold, but it was still fun. Um, Next question. Have you joined any clubs outside about community service? Uh, yeah, William Penn Fellows, so what I just talked about, which was fun. I really enjoyed it, so if it's still there, I highly recommend you join it. It's a great opportunity. Also, my second favorite memory from William Penn Fellows was senior year. We went to a church and kind of changed light bulbs. It seems really small scale, but it actually was really beneficial to the community because we helped reduce their lighting bill because we changed the light bulbs to, I believe, LED efficient. Sorry, there's people walking. But we changed them to LED efficient light bulbs, which helped save the church a lot of money in the long run, which they could use for other projects. So I find that to be a good example of service. Um, what are your favorite memories pertaining to community service when you're at Friends? So this is going to sound really silly, but like one of my favorite things was collecting canned food and other non-perishables in middle school and walking with the class to CARE's food pantry. And that was a highlight because it was just like nice to gather as a community and to do something together and to walk to CARE's food pantry and kind of give them food, see how, and like the smile on their faces and how appreciative they were. It was amazing. Also, I believe in 7th grade we went to I forget what it was called, and I feel really bad, but it was kind of a house. It was like a house that provided services on York Road, and that was another highlight because we just got to hang out with the people who had to live there or had to go there, and it brightened their day because we were just playing games with them. We were just talking to them, getting to know them, which I mean is always a cool thing. That's what my favorite part of service is seeing like the direct impact of what you're doing on someone else's life. So that was really fun because you could see like the smiles on people's faces like when we would talk to them and find something in common and just kind of brighten their day, and I really love that. And another one of my favorite activities for service was actually Quaker Community Day, which is what you guys are at. So I really miss it. It was a really great opportunity, and although my senior year for Quaker Community Day, I was the editor, or one of the editors for yearbook, so we spent the day trying to get everything together for the 2015 yearbook. In previous years, I can't remember specifically what I've done, but I do know that I had a lot of fun because I got to do it with like a lot of my friends. And it's just great to have a full day dedicated to service because it's important for us to give back to the community that helped shape us, even if you're not directly from Baltimore, it's kind of important to give back to Baltimore because as a whole the city it's not struggling per se, but there's a lot of things in Baltimore that could be fixed, and I think it's important for us as the younger generation to try to contribute to that and to try to make things a little bit easier for everyone living in the city. So it's about 7 minutes and 47 seconds. I'm supposed to keep it between 5 and 7. So I'm just going to end here. And thank you guys so much for watching my awkward video. I hope you guys have a great Quaker Community Day. And go Quakers. And if you guys ever have any questions about University of Maryland, please feel free to talk to me. Like I said, I'm a tour guide, so I kind of know a lot about the campus. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and like I said, enjoy your day.